India reported an average of 88 rape cases every day in 2019. A 22-year-old Dalit girl was allegedly gang raped in Uttar Pradesh and died on the way to the hospital. A 17-year-old girl's father and her boyfriend were held for raping her after her fetus was found on the road. A 17-year-old girl was raped and her body was found with her hands and legs tied in a field in Uttar Pradesh. A 6-year-old girl was raped in Punjab and her half-burned body was found in the accused's house. A man was held in Maharashtra for raping a 13-year-old girl and killing her and her 3 siblings. These are only the very few cases that just form the tip of the entire rape problem in our country. In today's video, let's talk about rape, and I want the viewers to decide as to how serious is the issue of rape in our country. Hi, my name is Amir and you are watching The Upfront. According to National Crime Record Bureau's latest report, an average of 87 rape cases were reported in 2019. India reported over 4 lakh cases of crimes against women in 2019, and among 29 states, Uttar Pradesh was the state which topped the list with over 59,000 cases. The year 2019 alone saw an increase of 7.3% in crimes against women as compared to 2018. Human rights activists and experts say that a woman is raped in India every 16 minutes. Due to the high risk of sexual violence, risk of human trafficking, and the dangers of being sold into slave labor, our country has been dubbed as the world's most dangerous place for women. The glaring questions arise as to why is India so prone to gender-based crimes? How far have the so-called tough laws proven to be effective in stopping rape? Why are cases of sexual violence so poorly investigated and prosecuted in our country? Well, these are just a few of the questions which stand out among many, many others. Campaigns such as Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao was advertised widely among the Indian masses, along with many catchy slogans. Let me give you a few examples. जब जब उठेगी नारी तो हर किसी पर पड़ेगी भारी. बेटी नहीं है किसी से कम, मिटा दो अपनी सारे भरम, etc., etc. In spite of all these campaigns and the many catchy slogans, let me tell you what the facts and figures say. The crime rate per every 1 lakh women had increased to 62.4% in 2019 in comparison to 58.8% in 2018. A total of 32,000 cases of rape were lodged in 2019, which was a 7.3% increase of all crimes against women during that year. Out of these reported cases, 11% were from the Dalit community. As per the data, the maximum reported cases were from Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. While Rajasthan reported 6,000 rape cases last year, Uttar Pradesh had a little over 3,000 cases. But that doesn't mean the crime rate in Uttar Pradesh is less. It only means that a huge volume of crimes go unreported there. The shocking revelation in the latest NCRB report reveals as to how every 6 hours, a woman in India falls victim to various crimes like rape, domestic violence, sexual trafficking, acid attacks, you name it. I don't have to remind our viewers about the Nirbhaya case, which resulted in widespread protests across the country. After 2012, a number of changes were brought about in the laws of our country in the hope that rape cases would get a speedier trial and that the judicial system of our country would give harsher punishments to the rapist. In spite of this, the Nirbhaya case took 7 long years to reach a conclusion in 2020, that is, the hanging of all the 4 convicts. After getting through a clogged judicial system, the question arises, did this really make India a safe place for women? Before seeing these figures, there is no denying the fact that rape is a serious social evil in our country. But in particular, the states of Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh stand out among the rest. In Uttar Pradesh, from the month of March to September, during the lockdown, there was a steep increase in reported cases of sexual crimes against women. Rajasthan too is not far behind. More importantly here, has rape been used as a tool of intimidation by the upper castes in order to assert their domination over the lower castes? Well, this year, up until the month of November, Rajasthan had up to 554 cases, Uttar Pradesh had 537 cases, and Madhya Pradesh had 510 cases of crimes against women, specifically belonging to scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. And mind you, these are just a few cases which we get to read in the news. Many a times the victims are so afraid and traumatized that they dare to not even step forward in the fear of facing social stigma. Well, please allow and excuse my Hindi, but आपको सुनकर यह बहुत आश्चर्य होगा कि इंडिया में सिर्फ 30% ऐसे रेप केसेस होते हैं जिस पर कानून अपना हाथ जुटाता है। इसका ये मतलब है कि हर 100 अक्यूज्ड रेपिस्ट में सिर्फ 30 अक्यूज्ड रेपिस्ट को दोषी ठहराया जाएगा और उनके खिलाफ कानूनी कार्रवाई की जाएगी। और आप सब लोग तो जानती हैं कि कानूनी कार्रवाई हमारे देश में कितने स्पीड से चलती है। वो क्यों? इसलिए क्योंकि जितने ज्यादा पॉट होल्स आप अपने शहर में पाते हैं, उतने ज्यादा लूप होल्स हमारी जुडिशियल सिस्टम में मिलेंगी। अगर मैं हमारे नेताओं और उनके अपराधों के बारे में बात करूं तो ये वीडियो बहुत लंबी हो जाएगी। मैं बस आपको आंकड़े सुनाता हूं। पिछले 10 सालों में भारत के नागरिकों ने ऐसे नेताओं को लगातार वोट दिया है और सत्ता में भेजा है जिनके खिलाफ मर्डर, रेप, किडनैपिंग, करप्शन जैसे आरोप लगाए हुए हैं। पिछले 10 सालों में यह भी पता चला है कि लोकसभा में एमपीज के खिलाफ क्रिमिनल चार्जेस 850% बढ़ गए हैं। जब ऐसे नेता लोग संसद में बैठकर रेप के खिलाफ कानून निकालते हैं तो आप ऐसे रेप विक्टिम्स के लिए क्या ही इंसाफ एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो। देखिए, जब हम सॉल्यूशंस की बात करते हैं तो कई सारे सॉल्यूशंस है अपनी जगह पे, बट सवाल ये उठता है कि क्या ये सॉल्यूशन सही में इफेक्टिव हैं, और अगर इफेक्टिव हैं तो इतने ज्यादा रेप केसेस क्यों? देखिए, अगर एक बीमारी का इलाज ढूंढना है तो हम उसके रूट कॉजेस को एड्रेस करते हैं। इसी तरह रेप की समस्या को हमें हल करने में हमें उसके रूट कॉजेस को आइडेंटिफाई करना, एनालाइज करना और ऐसे सॉल्यूशंस निकालना कि ये सारे रूट कॉजेस एलिमिनेट हो जाएं। इसीलिए द अपफ्रंट हैज ब्रॉट टू यू 7 such solutions which, if seen on a moral level, can help reduce rapes to a very, very large extent. Therefore, I request our viewers to take a step back and think about these solutions on a moral level and decide for yourself as to how effective these solutions can be. Solution number 1, ban alcohol. देखिए, there is no denying the fact that alcohol is considered the mother of all evils. There have been numerous cases where men under the influence of alcohol have gone and committed many crimes, not alone rape. Therefore, the upfront sees the banning of alcohol as a very viable solution in reducing a lot of different crimes, not only rape. Solution number 2, banning porn. People tend to do what they see. A lot of research studies have proven that many people who were indulged in rape were regular and excessive consumers of porn. Well, when viewing such flush material online where women are presented as saleable commodities and as mere objects for sexual satisfaction, of course, it does indeed lead to the absence of mental peace and the corruption of mind. Solution number 3, stopping the objectification of women in cinema. देखिए, Bollywood has made almost all item songs from Tandoori Murgi to Fevicol Tak. Thereafter, with the repeated bombarding of this kind of obscenity, minds are corrupted and many find it okay to view women as mere objects for sexual gratification and nothing more than that. Reports have stated that cinema in India is also partly responsible for the rapes taking place in our country. Strict laws. To add insult to injury, our laws and the speed in which the convicted rapists are punished aren't good enough to act as a deterrent for rapists. Rapists have grown so bold that they actually film their act and circulate it in social media as a sign of their achievement. Many a times the police find themselves so lax when it comes to rape that they delay in even lodging an FIR, let alone starting an investigation. Well, until and unless everyone from the police force to the judiciary have a higher sense of commitment towards delivering swift justice, then eliminating rape as a social evil will continue to be a far cry. Solution number 5, abolishing caste system. The caste system is another slur on a culture and needs to be abolished. Lower caste women are raped with impunity by men belonging to higher castes. In the recent rape case in Hathras, higher caste men were accused of raping a Dalit girl. According to an article published by BBC, Dalit women are the most oppressed women in the entire world. Solution number 6, a solid support system. Help centers, school calling booths, psychiatric treatments, tracking chips, tracking apps, 24/7 helpline for women, and of course, an added subject in the school curriculum wherein we can train and change the mindset of our boys from a very young age. Solution number 7, God consciousness. देखिए, laws alone cannot provide a solution to this problem. People should inculcate in themselves a higher sense of accountability towards God And if this takes place, it would hold them back in committing many grave sins. We cannot refuse that we live in a society that has kept all its doors for rape wide open. We show our selective outrage only when a Nirbhaya or a Disha or an Asifa takes place. After that, it is all gas. Let's just blame it on the toxic patriarchy and the skewed sex ratio in our country, right? We as a society are so fickle-minded that we do not know how to sustain a public outrage until justice is served swiftly. And yet when a rape takes place, we all clamor to demand capital punishment to the rapist, which is actually a very good thing. But are these short outbursts of public anger really rational and just? Until and unless we do not address the root causes of rape, ending this social evil will be a far cry. And even after years of struggle by the victims, getting justice to them will continue to be a distant dream. If you like the content which we provide, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notifications from the Outfront.